Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the middle of June, second week of June, going into the third week of June. I'm going to pull for some general energies, see what you need to hear, what could be insightful for you, what could be coming up that you may not see. And I do a Celtic cross spread here, pretty standard. I think it gives a pretty clear indicator as to what people need to know. So let's go ahead and get that first energy and the opposing force. Fool in reverse. Clarified by the King of Swords. Okay. Why do we have these two cards here? Let's see, shall we? 8 Pentacles. Okay. Change in finances. Maybe leads to some kind of new connection. Eight Wands. King of Wands. A lot of fire and air here. So we're moving. We're feeling a little ambitious. We've maybe tossed some of our feelings on the matter to the wayside. Or are feeling particularly, like, I need to do this now. You don't understand. Needs done. I just gotta do it. I'm hearing Shia LaBeouf say, just do it. There's your cringe reference of the day. 7 of Wands in reverse. Swords. 7 of Swords in reverse. Pardon me. So we're possibly coming out of some kind of betrayal and or dodging some kind of general shadiness. Ace of Swords. Sweet Mother of Swords. 5 of Wands. Sorry, that was the 6 of Wands earlier. Again, not a single pentacle or cup in sight. 1 pentacle, pardon me. Not a single cup in sight. Let's see, final outcome for the week. 5 of Pentacles reversed. So the first two things that get my attention are no major arcana, and we have a lot of fire and a lot of wind and a little bit of earth energy. No water in sight, so this week might be a little like rigid or tense. 5 of Pentacles in reverse is great. 5 of Pentacles normally represents an issue in finances. Getting it in reverse means you're probably solving an issue. But the Fool, okay, so you might be looking at some kind of new beginning, and maybe you need to go into it with a fresh perspective instead of coming at it from the position of the King of Swords. You know, real tense energy, quite capable. It's good to be capable, but I don't know. I think there's benefits to letting go here and there. As I look at the fact that we got so many Wands and Swords, I just keep getting this feeling of like a heavy pressure, like coming at you, doing what it can, doing what you can to maybe fight back against this pressure. A lot of explosive energy. You could be looking at, I think, change in career, maybe a new career, maybe side hustles taking off, maybe you're meeting someone new in your career that's going to be relevant, maybe a decent quality mentor, maybe a new boss, maybe you're going to be mentoring someone here. But I think this person's going to be a positive connection for you if you can not get so caught up in your own intensity. If you can like let go a little bit and relax a little bit. Because, see, we have the Five of Wands in the position of your hopes and fears. And I feel like that gives the energy of conflict, unnecessary conflict, avoidable conflict. And I think if you can actually sit down and figure out what this conflict is and how to best put it to the wayside, you're going to be feeling pretty good at the end of the week, and the universe is going to reward you for making this decision. This going into this tense situation. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse down here, implying that maybe you're seeing a deceit or a betrayal that isn't actually there. A lot of times when people hurt us, there's not as much intention behind it as we think. So we can choose to take everything super personally, not be willing to accept any kind of criticism as valid, be real rigid in our way of seeing things, putting things in other people's words that aren't there, adding meanings that aren't there. Or we can just let go and embody this Fool. And in the position of the past, we have the Six of Wands, which means this could also be a person coming back from your past. Maybe somebody you used to work with and you felt like there was some tension in the work environment. Could be a possible lover, but I don't really get that energy from this reading. Maybe you're trying to avoid love, like maybe you've been hurt and you're rigidly like, yeah, this person keeps trying to go out of their way to interact with me, but I'm just going to avoid them. And I think if you are doing that, this reading is telling you, stop. Just stop. It's time to open up to this person. If this is a coworker or a potential love interest, either way, I think it's time to open up to this person and actually get to know them, and then make a decision instead of focusing so hard on keeping them at bay. Just a second, Leo. I'm deciding what all I want to pull clarifiers for. In the goal position, we got the Eight of Wands. This is a very positive card. You quite literally love to see it. We'll get a clarifier for it. In the outcome, we have the reverse Five of Pentacles. We'll get a clarifier for it. And I'll get a clarifier for this reversed Seven of Swords down here. To start. And we'll see where the reading takes us from there. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. I hope you find something insightful in my reading and that there's something of value here for you. If my reading does resonate, go ahead and drop me a like. If you want, tell me about whatever's going on in this scenario in the comments below. So clarifying the Eight of Wands, we got our second major arcana in the reading. Behold the High Priestess. Another more positive energy. Real quickly, I'm just going to read for the High Priestess. I know some of the traditional meanings, but now and again I feel called to pull the book out and see what it's saying. The High Priestess sits in stillness. From there she's able to access realms others pass by without noticing. The vast world of intuition, dreams, and mystery. She uses silence and non-action to harness this power. Sometimes this card appears to remind you to listen more closely to the voice within. Other times it's a sign to look past the obvious to find what's being kept secret or hidden within given situations. Acknowledge the shadows. Well, that's quite the clarifier. We had the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands. I think you might want to watch what you're saying this week. You might want to just focus more on listening and paying more attention to your surroundings than like really putting yourself out there. And I think if you do that, you'll catch something you may not be catching right now. Something of great value. It could be an incoming betrayal that you want to avoid. It could be the lack thereof. Speaking of that, we're now going to pull for that Seven of Swords. what's going on here. But yeah, just watch what you're saying. Try not to get caught up in what other people are saying too much either. Like, let the thought pass by. Don't let your emotions rule your interaction. Ace of Cups. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, I think something new is trying to start here, and you might be getting in your head about it, and you might be the one rumbling this situation, preventing it from happening. And I don't think that would help you. I think it would behoove you to let go a little and watch and wait and let things unfold before you make any kind of decision. As a fellow Leo, I fully understand the desire to just take action and blaze a trail and just go headlong into things and listen to your own intuition and really get at it. But every now and again, we have to practice some patience and really be at our own side and spectate for a bit if we really want to make the best decision in something new coming into our life. Clarify that Five of Pentacles deck. What do we need to know about final outcome? It's not that card. Oh no, just the vibe. It was not that card. Let's see. It is this one though. These two? Clarified by the Tower and the Nine of Swords. Yikes. These were the first two cards out in Gemini's reading, so you might have Gemini somewhere in your chart. You might want to watch the Gemini reading I did yesterday. But in the outcome, since we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like we're coming out of this energy. We're coming out of this stuck, like, unconfident, defeated energy. There's so much fire and wind here in this reading that I get the energy of, like, ambition and movement. And as you're making this move, whatever this big play is, I think you need to be cautious and patient about how you handle it. It's a-okay. I'm now going to pull a mantra card for the week. Something you can say to yourself or do to maybe move on, move through the week in a elegant fashion. Just, yeah, try and take a step back, take a deep breath, and hear what this mantra card is. Okay, maybe I'm not entirely right. Courageously advance. I express myself courageously and gracefully while authentically exposing my truth. It allows for the most healing, growth, and freedom. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think we're healing from this Tower moment. I think you've been through the Tower, and now you're coming out of it. I think doors are opening for you, and you have some kind of cool opportunities heading your way. These opportunities could lead to a lot, and I think if you actually step into your own energy, get out of your head, listen to your intuition, and advance in whatever these situations are, I think it'll be really rewarding and a really rewarding week for you. If you find yourself struggling to make a quick decision in a situation where you need to, give yourself like 1 minute to think it over, and then your intuition will probably cling to one of the two decisions in that hot minute you give yourself, kind of like intentionally getting into the hot seat. I want one more clarifier for the Eight of Pentacles down here. One of the only two Pentacles in the reading. I kind of get what's going on with all the fire and swords. We got new beginnings and they're taking off quickly. So get ready. Get that backpack and hiking shoes ready to go, because I think this is taking off, whatever it is. Clarify that Eight of Pentacles, please. Two cards again. A lot to say to you, huh? Two of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. There's money on the other side of this rainbow. There's connection here. Things are changing, and I think in a pretty quick fashion. I think you need to remain grounded through this changing, though, having the first pinnacle energy to come out clarified by more pinnacles and additional fire. I think you gotta stay grounded if this is going to work well. Really balance moving forward, advancing with staying grounded and being patient. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to roll for your lucky numbers this week. If you see these numbers, then this reading might extra be for you. And yeah, thank you much for being here. Drop me a like if it was a good reading, if it resonated. 0, 3, and 3. I rolled 3 twice, and one was on a D20. That's funny. Okay. So there you have it. Lucky numbers 0, 3, and 3. You might be seeing 33 somewhere. Just remember, courageously step forward, advance, and be your own agent in this coming week. I think it'll serve you well. You have a lovely week, and I hope this situation rounds out in a great way for you.